I love cooking. I grew up in a farm family, but I also grew up in a food family. And from a young age, I've always loved cooking. My dad's mom, who lived in our farmyard growing up when I was a kid, came from a long line of bakers. And she not only was a fantastic baker, she was an amazing cook. And buns was a really special thing that she would make for people. And so, you know, not having her with us anymore, but having something that she would do for people that we can continue on is just a really special thing. My name is Nicolea, and I'm a grain farmer from Portage la Prairie, Manitoba. My grandfather purchased this farm in 1948, and our family has been here ever since. Our farm is about 1,400 acres. We have a lot of land right along the Assiniboine River, which is just really beautiful soil, and it's very unique soil. I studied agronomy, which is the science really behind how crops grow. And it also looks at other things, so a lot of emphasis on the soil and what goes on in the soil and all the processes there, as well as the environment and things like weather and climate. And that means that my job is not just to produce a crop and to produce food, but it's to take care of the environment around me. So this year when the canola was flowering, it was very, very hot. It was very dry, and the flowers find those conditions really difficult. It's not just that my fields are dry, but it's that, you know, our ecosystem on the prairies is responding to change, and it's different than what we're used to. On the farm, beyond just the crops that we grow, there's a lot of other life that happens. When we look at, you know, things like trees in our yard and trees in our field and even areas of native grass or pasture areas, maintaining life in all of those sections is really important for storing carbon and just for the environment beyond what happens right in the field. So seeing all the oak trees that we have here that are hundreds of years old, it first of all tells a story about this place and about this land and about the weather and the climate and the environment that these trees have grown up in. We didn't plant them all here, but we have the privilege of taking care of them right here. Everything we do is dependent on the weather. And as much as we make the best decisions we can and spend a lot of time, you know, working hard to do a good job, at the end of the day, we're very powerless in what we do. And that's a really difficult thing and sometimes a stressful thing, but it's also an amazing thing about farming is there's constant reminders that you're part of something bigger.